video, I'm making a stick video on the Easton Synergy, original Easton Synergy. This came out around end of 2000, the year 2000, around September. And I remember the first ones that came out were actually darker grayish, the retail ones. The very first ones, the first generation, were a grayish, like a dark grayish silver. And there were two curved, was the Sakic and the Shanahan, and this one's a Sakic. And these were made because the T-Flex that Easton made, used to make a T-Flex which was tapered at the bottom, wasn't selling. So they decided to take the graphite blade and the shaft and put it together, make it like a one piece, like a wood stick. And it took off like it was the hottest thing at that year. Everybody wanted one, and they retailed around $140, $150. This one's 450 grams, wear is 9, and performance is 10. And it's been, you could see here, it looks like there's ridges, like it's been taped from the factory and then they painted over. I'm not sure if that's a graphite tape. And there's a line where you can see where the blade's inserted. So these were really a two-piece, but they were hidden to make it look like a one-piece. So that's a one-piece stick. But the original one-piece, I'm gonna have, people will disagree here. The Coho XL, which had like the, looked like electrical tape, was taped with yellow lettering. They came in navy and black. And those were 1981. I believe that's the first composite one-piece. The second one had to be the 1987. Sherwood came out with the stick for a couple of months that was white. It was hollow, and I think it was made out of fiberglass, and it was retailing for like $40. It was white with blue lettering, kind of looked like Quebec stick, Quebec Nordiques colors, and it didn't do well. So it was $40. I saw one guy using it, and it broke. It was felt lighter, but it was not like compared to today's sticks. The third one that I knew was called Bush, like the beer Bush, the beer brand, same name, same lettering. And that stick sold for $325 back in 1996. Made in Switzerland. That thing was very durable. I heard pro players using that one, like one stick for the whole season. And it was foam inside with a outer layer of like hollow, you know, it was hollow and just had foam in it. But I believe it wasn't fully graphite, maybe some in there, I'm not sure. Really don't know how much graphite they used in that one, but they weren't light, they were on the heavy side. And then the Synergy was the next one to come out. So after the Synergy came out, a lot of other companies started doing one piece. About maybe a year to a year and a half later, you saw a lot of companies just jumping in to do a one-piece stick. I mean, that's how it goes. So it was a good idea, but the problem is the stick market that's taken off with the prices. The prices are really high, and this one wasn't the one I used or anything. I just got it because I collect sticks, and this is some of my collection of shafts. So anything that's unique, I'll talk about it and make a video. And but they had two patterns. They had the Sakic and the Shanahan was the only two patterns in the beginning. And they retailed like 150, 140, 150. And a lot of guys starting to switch. So a lot of players switched over. There's still some of these guys that want to keep the wood sticks, but for the most part, a lot of the new generation, they definitely switched over, and there's some information on the stick. Caution, and you have to have a receipt. So that was like a warranty. They didn't have warranty on sticks before. And this one, if you had a receipt and you broke it within 30 days, you'd get another stick. Because in case it breaks, it was $150. Was a lot of money for a stick. Nowadays, it's not, because sticks are like $350. So they went up more. But back then, $150 for a stick. I want to thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this channel, click down below to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.